So good afternoon students. Today I am continuing with the module 2, that is source coding. So under the source coding, under the syllabus, source coding theorem, prefix code, Kraft Macmillan inequality property, KMI. So encoding of the source output, Shannon's encoding algorithm, Shannon-Fanner encoding algorithm, Hoffman code, extended Hoffman coding, arithmetic coding, Lampel, Zivvi algorithm. These are all the topics that is covered under the module 2. So let us begin with the what you mean by the source coding. So let us begin with let us begin with a discussion. What is source coding? What are the functions of the source? That is, what are the functions of the source encoder? Source encoding is that part of the transmitter that performs the function of generating the binary representation of an efficient binary representation for our data from an information source. The process of assigning that efficient data representation to your information source is called as a source coding. So for the better understanding for the source code, what is source coding? So under the textbook, source encoding, it is a process by which output of any of an information is converted into a that is R array sequences. Means if you have any information source, so the output of information source you are going to convert it into R array sequence, where R is the number of the different symbols used in the transformation process. The function blocks that performs this task in a communication system is called as a source encoder. The block which is going to perform that is the conversion of the information source into a different symbols, it is called as a source encoder. The input to this encoder, it is a symbol sequence so emitted by the information source, and the output of the encoder is the R array sequence. If R is equal to 2, the output is a binary sequence. If R is equal to 3, it is a ternary sequence. R is equal to 4, it is a quaternary sequence, and so on. So let us consider a simple example. So let the source alphabet S consists of the Q number of the source message symbol, and it is given by the S is equal to, these are the information signals, are the information source S1, S2, S3 up to XQ. So let the another alphabet X is called as a code alphabet consisting of the R number of the coding symbols, and it is given by X is equal to X1, X2, etc. the R array sequences. The term coding is now be defined as a transformation of the source symbol into some sequence of symbol from the code alphabet X. So the term coding can now be defined as a transformation of the source symbol into the some sequence of the symbols from the code alphabet X. So coding becomes necessary since it would require Q number of the different states to identify and transmit Q number of the source symbol if we wish to transmit them straight away. But in binary coding, so the code alphabet contains only the symbol. So binary means it has only 0 and 1 and only 2 states, and it will be sufficient, and process of transmission becomes much easier. So let us discuss which are the different properties of the codes. So the definition and necessity of the code is given above. It is very broad and not include any important properties of the code. We will now discuss the properties of the code, so must process in order that it becomes more useful in the information transmission. So the first and the important property, it is called as a block.